Right, welcome back to Nightingale's Motorcycle Restorers and Metal Finishers. Good one for you again. It's part two and the final bit of the Repsol 200 Honda, which the customers selected all these different bits. If you didn't watch one or you're new to the channel, then I'll go through a little bit, do some drop down photos how we did it, and see what you think of these parts. So what we're going to do in the meantime is telling you what's coming up next as well. So if you're getting some ideas to watch, the RTL250S will be next Monday nights. Might go to fortnightly because obviously you've seen the start to the strip down of that with the engine and how they came in. And then I'm doing a video on the TLR200, which is mine. I bought back in again because this was just in a man cave when I built it. I'm going to show you. I'm not going to go too much on about it, what I'm going to do, but there'll be a few bits for sale because they'll be coming off. It's going to be a completely different unit. Our Velocity Pro fins have been made at the moment in nylon, which are quite nice, fitting a lot of Velocity Pro spares. So we won't go on about that, including exhaust systems in alloy and front pipes, but we'll talk about them in a minute. So before I show you some parts, and as I said, we'll go off that now because that'll go on next week's video, probably Tuesday, Wednesday, that TLR, and what I'm getting up to, including engine building with our heads on, or just general engine building on TLR 200s, and a drop down sheet to show you spares and parts and all that, the usual things. So right, so first of all, thanks for some of the comments, appreciated, and some of the work you're doing at home, private restorers, and some really good photographs, fantastic. I'd just like to do a shout out because it always amazes me when I say this channel, it's probably a little bit of a niche market, don't have many followers, it's growing, but I think when you realise, like if you've got 600 followers, if I had to walk in here Monday morning, I'd probably shit myself if you were all in here. It's because you know me better than I know you. I'm just in a workshop talking to myself. So appreciate it. Thank you very much. So the first thing is this guy, he's got in touch with him, call him Brandon. He's from United States of America. And he asked if we had just have a look here, show you it close up. You know the linkages? Obviously we do away with it on the trials bikes, which usually sits here like that, and this has been modified obviously, and it allows you to change gear easy as well while your foot's on the, mainly for the trail bike side. So I've had a look, so if you're watching Brendan, let you see what you think of this. Right, so one immaculate changer, still with the rubber boots on it. Put your new 10mm bolt in it. I'm going to put that in a bag for you. If you send your address to the office, we'll do that as free of charge for you. It's a gesture of goodwill. As I say, it always amazes me, people watching. I have selection of bits, so just show you a scan over there to their parts always of over years of doing these machines. And the idea is, of course, if you're really stuck for something, not you want a job lot of it, it's just if you're ever stuck for something, I'll always look after you with it. So we'll go on to the Repsol 200 now, see what you think, go through the pictures, and let's have a look. So right, first I'll do you some drop down pictures. Got to remember this bike was on it was on black hubs, it was on the anodized wheels, original wheels. We removed the anodizing with ultra fine media. Had a look at the rims. We've done them in Repsol orange if you didn't look at video one. Done the hubs in a nice satin ceramic coating. Done the frame. The frame's been ultralight taken back, blasted. Don't like the word blasting, remember. Belt sanded, zinc coated in powder, top coated in powder in satin black. That's what he wanted. The swinging arm, I did say in the last video, that I was going to do the swinging arm in a ceramic silver satin. I thought there was bushes in it and that, so I didn't want to put it in the oven because we were using powder coating. So I realised it didn't have bushes in it. We've taken it back, we've acetoned it, we've blasted it back, and we've powder coated it. So that's in satin silver. I've done the shock absorbers in, springs are off it, just on the inside in a ceramic coating in silver. And then we've gone on to the nipples, the black nipples, for the spokes, which I said to the gent, I phoned him up one night and I said, look, you can buy the black nipples, but these are ceramic coated. And I said, will it look good when we put this back together, or you put it back together? He's having it built up the wheels with black nipples, stainless steel spokes, and a satin hub with an orange rim. I'm just thinking now, if you laid in bed by any chance with your wife or partner or boyfriend, mistress, I just thought, if she's turning over going to sleep, she's thinking, what the hell are you watching? Black nipples, and what's up with this bloke? But anyway, the next thing we did, it's the casings. He wanted polishing, his choice. So they were black, taking them back, done the triple clamps, exhaust front pipe, handlebars, left and right side stator, clutch cover, and then the sump shield, which was powder coating, so I've removed that. So we're going to go on to that and let you see what you think. Now close up, this is now finished as a project for this gent, and I think when this is put back together, it'll look quite nice. So let's have a quick look. Right, so first off, bag of nipples, black nipples. Right, satin coated in a ceramic coating. What he did, he sent me his old spokes. All I've done is put them on, painted the nipples on the old spokes. Obviously he's got new stainless steel spokes. So right, so we'll go on to the frame. Belt sanded, zinc coated, satin finish, filtered powder, small bags, because as you know, I like to try and get rid of the orange peel on it. So I always say, like, powder coating's like getting in the bath with your wellies on, but in some cases, you know, when you spend a bit more time on it, because we're not a production line, and belt sanding and the zinc coating on it. So that's the finish of that. What we've done then is the front engine mount, taken this back and done it in a satin silver, which is quite nice. And same with the swinging arm. Again, the finish of it's lovely. It's got kind of, now again, I didn't go back to that swinging arm to ceramic coat of it, because not only was the bushes that were out of it, I thought they were in at first. I'll just put a new nipple in there. I've just seen that. I mean to replace that, a grease nipple, a new shiny one in there. Is you've got to have a fantastic substrate, because you don't have the luxury, as I say in many of the videos, of a primer etch, not like you're priming it. So what you see is what you get. Like, if you think what's in this week, I mean, surrounded by frames behind you, tanks, race pistons to coat, camshafts. We even do the robotic hands in a ceramic coat. I've even got a false legging, of all things, for painting. So that's going to be in a satin coating. So it's amazing what we've got in the workshop. So what I'll say next is I'll go on to the hubs. And what I did in the first video, I just showed you, someone asked me, what do you mean by this? So when we take anything back, so you look at this finish of this now, it's lovely factory finishes, that. And when you're blasting anything, even with the stuff I use, which is like talcum powder, or the prep ready for ceramic coating, not vapor blasting, because we don't paint ceramic onto vapor finishes. So by putting little inserts in like that, when you're prepping anything and masking your rub out, obviously, you won't get any damage into your spoke. So when I call it flaring and pulling, like spoke pull, by just doing that, putting them in, you don't have to bolt them up. And when you put any media to that, your circles and all your grooves are nice. It's just a little bit of attention to detail, but look at that now. And I'll show you something with this in a minute. So, with this ceramic, that's the hub. And then done the brake hubs plates. And then I've coated them in the silver just on the inside with a ceramic. So they look quite nice. I'm on there for now. They'll have springs put back on. And then we come back to the wheels. Look at them. Anodizing taken off. Inclusion free. I mean, we're straining this at about 150. On the piston coating and camshafts and valve heads and that, you're at 325 straining. Because the whole idea of everything, even if you powder coating, you're trying to get a bit of a perfection of finish rather than an orange peel or your ceramic coating with inclusions in it. Because an inclusion potentially can cause it to come off. And we didn't have any base coat on this, remember. That's straight onto the rims, which I took off the anodizing first. But they're lovely. All the original, you see, all your markings, DID, Japan, the size, if you look close again, look, all immaculate. All the little bits when you put them together, attention to detail. So I'll go on to the polishing now, which took about 2 days to do. It's a long process because you're going through no difference to yourself. You're seeing on the drop downs, you're going on the bench first and taking them through the different grades. And then when you get into the polishing room, you're going through 3 sets of wheels and different types of soaps to see what the aluminium's actually like first, because certain parts bling more. So as I say, you've heard what I've done with them, so we're going to have a quick look at them now and let's see what you think the final result is. Okay, so the front pipe, which you saw, was, the usual heat dispersant on it, had dulled it off a little bit, and it will come back, but at least, so there we go. Just do a quick, we do a 1 to 10 shine test, and basically it's my slap head reflecting off it. That's the test, so it's quite easy. Handlebars. We've got brake arms, blingy yokes, triple clamps, all the bits and bobs and the nuts and bolts at the top. Cover, stator, clutch, and then the shield. Obviously I've cleaned it in the sides and then got the bling for the sides, so when you put it back together you see, and again the bling at the sides. I can't help that it's got really deep scratches. I could have taken them out completely, but unfortunately I think someone's been using this on rocks, and let's hope this one goes in the front room. I can tell you it'll look nice. So yeah, so you won't see any of them marks underneath there. So I think on this one it's pretty good. And again, a lot of these TLR200s are becoming so popular now. Other twin shock series is, I mean, it's quite funny really, because I'm trying to do, you'll see on next week's TLR200, I'm trying to do the Velocity Pro range with the 2 different models of Charles machines. I'll explain why. And we've been following a few lads at my local club, and they probably want to go over to the French or the Spanish trial at the end of the year, which we've got an interest in. And we've probably run a couple of Velocity Pro machines. We have had, however, yesterday, another guy who's setting up a team, twin shock. I don't know what it is yet. And I'll just get you the name here if you follow me around a bit. I forgot. It's an unusual one, this. No doubt we'll put some light on it. Northern Back Scratchers. So that'll be one to watch out for. So we'll be Velocity Pro. And we'll see who these guys are. Apparently they're well used to the twin shock trials bikes. So Northern Back Scratchers, if you're watching. So I think on this one, you've seen the pictures, you've seen me gone through it, go through things. You've got the RTL coming up Monday night, TLR200 midweek, customers coming for these bits. The only thing I think I've got to do now is I've just looked round. I think we'll pick a colour. We'll put some nice new valve caps on them. Just little things. I'll change that grease nipple as well in a minute, and I think he can come for them. As again, thanks for your comments. Based in Scarborough, North Yorkshire, 01723 370 399. If you've got anything, you want anything being shown or been done in the workshop, as I say, when you look round here, the amount of gear I've got in, sometimes I can ask the thing again with the customers, can I use it? Again, that shout out to the gent from the United States. He's got a little freebie on his way to him once we get that address. And I'll see you in the next one, and thanks for watching.